Sometimes the ultimate escape is as simple as cracking open the right book. Our next guest is the best-selling author in a unique genre of books, the swirls, together fantasy, monsters, and the coziness of bookshops in the fall. New York Times bestselling author Travis Baldree is the author of Brigands and Breadknives. Good to have you, Travis. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. So Travis, your upcoming tour brings you right here to Sacramento. So what kind of atmosphere do you hope to create for readers when you meet them in person?
Hopefully, just a very personal atmosphere. The greatest thing about writing books is connecting with the people that read them. It was kind of like the amazing unexpected benefit. So honestly, the atmosphere should just be we met each other in a coffee shop and everything is fabulous.
And I mean, Travis, for those just discovering your work, how would you describe the particular kind of feeling your stories are meant to evoke in your readers?
Um, so they're categorized as cozy fantasy, which for me basically means two things. One, it uses kind of the trappings of fantasy to remind us that everyday things are important. Not many of us are going to slay a dragon or overthrow an evil overlord, but we might move to a new town or start a new business or have trouble in a relationship. And then the other part is that basically when you're done reading it, ideally you feel a little better than when you started.
And with your background bringing hundreds of stories to life as a narrator, how does that experience shape the way you hear your own characters as you write them?
It's actually kind of an amazing benefit as a writer because two cool things happen. One, when you narrate books out loud, you really get a developed interior voice. You know exactly what things sound like even before you've read them, which is great when you're writing the book. But in terms of dialogue, it means you know how these characters sound, you know how they will be spoken aloud, especially if you're the narrator of the book that you're writing. And it really shapes the dialogue and makes it feel a lot
Yeah.
more natural, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, what is it like to step back into the recording booth to narrate your own book? And how do you make those characters sound just right?
Um, it's honestly the easiest narrating you can do. Narrating is kind of a predictive art. You read a sentence and you're kind of guessing where the author is going to go, and it's hard to get closer to it than having written it yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, you kind of have a cast of characters already in your head. You know what they sound like, and you're just
Yeah.
pulling them off the rack, and they're ready to go.
And I mean, where did the initial spark for this world come from? The idea of kind of blending everyday comforts with high fantasy adventure?
Honestly, it was a joke. I narrate a lot of kind of high stakes action adventure stuff, and in the middle of COVID, that was kind of the last thing that I wanted to be reading. I just wanted to feel okay, so I
Yeah.
made a joke that what I really wanted was basically a Hallmark movie set in a fantasy world,
Mm.
and that's more or less what I ended up writing.
And I mean, your books have been described as cozy fantasy, like you mentioned earlier. So, what is it about this genre that you think is resonating so powerfully with readers right now?
I think that we live in a world where it's harder and harder to connect with people, and having books that remind us that other people are the same as us and
Mm.
that the things we feel are special
Hmm.
is really, really validating.
Yeah.
How often do we actually go and see each other in public these days? So much of it is done through screens.
And for anyone feeling a bit worn out by the world, kind of like how you were mentioning, what is the gift you hope your book provides the moment someone starts reading it?
I hope you feel a little less alone, and I hope you feel a little better once you're done.
Well, Travis, I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You can meet Travis in person at Capitol Books at There and Back Cafe downtown Sacramento. Find out more in the events section at store.capitolbooksonk.com. You can also find more about Travis's work by heading to travisbaldry.com.